Jane Wyatt. With Eleanor Donahue, Billy Gray, and Lauren Chapin in 24 Hours in Tyrantland. Brought to you by the United States Treasury Department in patriotic cooperation with the American Federation of Labor and Congress of Industrial Organizations and Screen Gems Incorporated, a subsidiary of the Columbia Pictures Corporation.
Hurry up! Come running, everyone. I have a big deal to discuss with you.
Hi, Daddy. What's the big deal?
I want you to help me make a very important decision.
Hey, it's about putting in a swimming pool. My vote's yes.
Here's another eye vote.
Well, I can tell you right now, it's not about a swimming pool. Something much more important. So sit down, everyone, and listen.
Well, I see a big stack of literature here. Are we planning another wishful plateful trip to the Bahamas? Yeah.
No, not this time.
Oh, more do-it-yourself literature on how to build a house trailer in your spare time.
How so?
No,
You're not even warm. I've been offered a pretty big job.
Well, that's Father.
How much do you get paid?
Nothing.
Nothing. Isn't that a little low, Dad?
I'll get nothing except the satisfaction of knowing I've helped strengthen our country so we can keep the most precious thing we have, peace.
Well, that sounds very patriotic, Father, but I don't see what you're driving at.
Yeah, what's the jazz, Dad?
Well, the jazz is this. Your old beaten-up father's been asked to be the head cheese of Springfield's United States Savings Bonds campaign.
When do you start?
Well, I haven't accepted yet. It's a big job, lots of responsibilities. I want to be sure I'm the man for it.
Well, what would you have to do?
Plenty. We need to convince every family in town of something we Andersons know, that you can build that nest egg that will make the family dreams come true, either through the payroll savings plan at the plant or the bond-a-month plan at the bank. Now, of course, there are lots of volunteers on the job, businessmen, organized labor, women's groups, banks, schools, why, even the kids themselves. But somebody has to coordinate this whole business. And that's where the Secretary of the Treasury wants Jim Anderson. Why, we can spread this bond story through the newspapers, on TV, on billboards, at plant rallies, in union meetings, in clubs, schools, everywhere.
But Jim, that's a terrific job. You'll need a lot of help.
Right. So first I want to know if I can count on my family to help me.
Oh, you don't have to ask that. What do we do first?
Well, I'll need you to head up a committee to work through the PTA and various women's groups. And I'll need each one of you to work through your schools.
Father, I'd like to help you, but with the load I'm carrying at school and all, I just won't have time.
Well, of course you don't have time. No one does. You have to make time for something like this. But it's worth it. Now, first of all...
Dad, I know this is a good bit, but to be realistic, I'd be just wasting my time. You know, the guys I know, they need what little money they have for other things. They can't afford to spend it on U.S. savings bonds.
Spend? Where does anyone ever get the idea that you spend money on these bonds? You're putting it away for yourself, where it'll draw interest. Did you ever hear anyone say, I'm going to the bank to spend money into my savings account?
Well, no.
All right, then. And more than saving, you're doing this. You're sharing in America. And furthermore, you're providing for the big things in your life, the things that you'll want someday. Home, college, security, retirement.
Daddy, I don't think the kids in my bunch are much worried about retirement.
Okay, wise guy. But I must say I'm disappointed in you, kids. I thought you'd jump at this chance. I thought you'd realize the importance of it, the seriousness of it.
Well, we would like to help you, Father, but...
But you're not going to. All right. That's what I came home to find out. You made my decision for me. I'll tell them they'd better get someone else for the job.
Now, Jim, I have something to say about this.
No, it's no use, honey. What kind of a chairman would I make if I can't even sell my own family on the importance of this?
Well, I'm ashamed of you children, and I insist they pitch in and help.
Oh, that's not. You can't run an effective campaign if you have to force people to volunteer against their will. Come on, I'll help you get dinner. Boy, what a disappointment this is to me.
Wait a minute, Dad.
Yes, Bud?
I'm sorry we let you down. I know how you feel, and I don't blame you. You know, actually, you're probably better off out of it.
What? Better off out of it?
Yeah, you'd be knocking yourself out on this job day and night, and like Claude's dad says, for what?
For what? Just what did Claude's dad mean by that?
Well, I don't know exactly. I was over there the other night studying with Claude, and Claude's dad was sitting there reading the paper, and he said...
Well, I see the boys back in Washington have coined up a new phrase to sell their savings bonds. Look at that. Smeared over a whole page. Peace power. And what does it mean? Nothing.
Oh, I always thought the U.S. savings bonds were a pretty good thing.
Oh, nothing wrong with savings bonds. But why all the fuss about this peace power? Doesn't the Washington bunch give us credit for having brains enough to figure out that bonds are just a good, common-sense investment? Why waste all our time on this patriotic stuff, I ask you?
Yeah, well, we got to study now, Pop.
That's the stuff. You boys study and get smart, so that don't pull the wool over your eyes when you grow up. Get smart. That's the thing to do.
And you believe that?
Well, after all, Claude's dad's no dummy.
Did you hear what your brother's been telling us?
Well, I think maybe Claude's dad has a point. I doubt that those slogans do much good. It'd be better just to say that it's a good investment. You put in so much money and you get so much interest. People understand that.
You mean you don't believe that buying bonds has anything to do with strengthening our country, preserving peace, protecting our way of life?
Well, Father, I'm old enough to know that in any sales campaign, you have to hit on a
Pitch.
Yeah, a pitch to attract buyers. But when you come right down to brass
Well,
tacks...
by George, now I've heard everything. Talk about apathy, indifference, and in my own home. Do you kids realize what would happen if everyone in America was as little concerned about our way of life as you are? Why, freedom would go zinging right out the door.
Oh, you know that's not going to happen.
It could happen much easier than you think. And if it did, if this freedom were suddenly taken away from you, as it has been in some countries, you'd be the loudest squawkers of all. Your kind always is. I don't think you could take it. I'll bet you couldn't stand up under it for 24 hours.
24? How much you want to bet?
I don't want to bet. I just want to get across to you that... Wait a minute. Maybe I do want to bet. Yeah, maybe I do.
Uh-oh. I don't like that look in your eye, Daddy.
Listen, as a rule, I'm against gambling, but this is one gamble I have to take. Now, let's see. What'll the stakes be?
Well, first tell us what the bet is.
The bet is this. For 24 hours, you are going to live not in America,
Huh?
but in, Tyrantland.
Tyrantland?
Where's that?
Right here. And I'm the tyrant who runs it. Call me the dictator or what you will. I make the rules, give out the orders, everything.
Oh, boy, this sounds like fun.
If you can stand it for 24 hours, you win. But if you come begging to me to get out of it before the time is up, you lose.
Lose what?
Your loss will be this. I'm going to give each one of you $18.75.
Give us? Are you kidding?
Boy, I'm for that.
Cents.
If you lose, you have to use the money to buy a U.S. savings bond. That'll buy a $25 bond. Furthermore, you have to volunteer to work with me in the campaign. Now, if you win, that is, if you last out the 24 hours, you can use the money for anything you want, and you don't have to volunteer. Is that a deal?
Well, you bet.
Is it a deal? How can we lose?
Wait. Now, this sounds too good. There has to be a catch in it.
No catch. I've told you everything. And I'll only use the methods that are actually used in those countries. Still want to go through with it?
You're darn right.
Okay. We'll start at 8 o'clock this evening. We'll meet in the hall at 8.
Boy, what a cinch bet.
Boy, I'll say.
I wish it wasn't quite so cinchy.
Well, look, what can he possibly do that we can't stand for a day? It's the easiest 1875 I ever made. Tyrantland, Bring on your worst. Tyrantland, bring on your worst.
Hurry up! 8 o'clock, assembly.
Are we beginning now?
We've begun.
Hey, what's up, Doc?
Are the chains ready, Father?
I am not your father, I'm your leader. And don't you forget that. And this is my deputy. You will obey her on all things as you will me. Distribute these, deputy. This is your money, $18.75 each. You can see the tyrant government takes good care of its citizens. We provide for you. We do everything for you. We even think for you.
We got a plan to do this every week.
Distribute these, deputy.
Yes, Leader. Well,
Oh, what are these? Are we going to enter in a cross-country race?
From now on, these are your numbers. The sooner you rid yourselves of the notion that you are individuals with names and realize that you are mere cogs in the machinery of the great tyrant government, the happier and better off you will be.
You mean we have numbers instead of names? Oh, howdy there, 117. Who's your friend over there? Oh, 120.
Stop that, 112. All right, deputy. You will take the workers into the kitchen and assign them their duties.
yes, Leader. All right. Face the kitchen.
Duties? Wait, we've already done the dishes tonight, and I promised...
He said face the kitchen.
Yeah, but...
Oh, complaining already. Want to call it off?
Forward, march.
Hey, let's rest. I'm good.
You know, my dad, I mean, our leader here, you say that. I'm worse off than you anyway. I'm not only stuck here with a mop, but I'm missing a good movie tonight, too.
Don't let him hear you complain either, Bud. Remember, if any one of us gives up, all of us lose the bet. Anytime you think it's too rough, just keep thinking about that 1875 we're going to win.
Yeah. Hey, here he comes. Get to work.
Well, this is the kind of activity we'd like to see. All right. Attention. I said attention, 117.
Oh, yes, sir.
Deputy, you may inspect their work.
Fair. But I think it should be done over.
What? Done over? We've been working on it for all...
You realize this is done for your own good. The clean kitchen means healthier workers. We want our workers to have the best of everything, even equipment. Yes, you need better equipment. So we'll buy you a new mop. Of course, that takes money. So I hereby assess each one of you $2. Okay, let's have it.
What? No, you can't do that. That's our money.
Yeah, you gave it to us.
Of course I did. That's from whom all blessings flow in Tyrantland. Come on, let's have the money.
No, wait. This isn't fair. That money is our own personal property.
It's, what did you call it? Personal property. Are you familiar with such a phrase?
Personal property? No, I never heard of that.
Oh, Mother.
No, there's no such thing. At least not in Tyrantland. Everything belongs to the tyrant government. Okay, $2. Come on. Do I take this to mean that you're giving up? Calling off the bet?
No.
That's better. You may buy them out. That is, unless you can think of something you have more use for. Like perhaps a new hat.
I'll look into it, sir.
Okay. Back to work. When you finish here, report to the living room.
I see now why he was so free with that money he gave us. He plans to assess it all back.
Great. We won't even have any money even if we do win.
Well, that may be what he thinks. But according to his own rule, if we win, we're to have $18.75 to spend on anything we want. He has to stick to that.
Yeah, you're right. So all he has to do is win. No matter what he...
All right, 117, put that back.
Huh?
You had ample food at dinner.
But I'm hungry.
In Tyrantland, you are permitted to be hungry only at mealtimes. So, put it back.
We're in a darn jail, that's what.
Yeah.
Yes, but we're not giving up. No matter what he does to us, we are not giving up.
Alisac 117, time for breakfast.
Oh, breakfast? Well, it's only 5 o'clock a.m. in the morning.
Yes, and you're late. Come on.
Oh, Dad, no, this is Saturday. It's the day we get to sleep in.
Maybe you could back in decadent America, but not in Tyrantland. Come on, let's go.
Oh.
Come on, 112, get up. Let's go.
Oh, brother.
Everyone having a fine breakfast? Uh-oh, none of this.
Hey, well, I'm reading that.
Oh, no. You will read only what we permit you to read. We don't want you corrupting your mind with those American newspapers. Now, let's hurry up with this breakfast so you can get to work. Deputy, give them their work schedule.
Yes, Leader. 117 will clean the garage and the basement. Then in the afternoon...
Afternoon? You mean I'm supposed to do all that stuff this morning?
In the afternoon, he will mow the lawn and trim the hedges. 112 and 120 will clean the whole house.
The whole house?
Wait, if we're going to do this much work, we demand to be paid for it.
You've been paid $18.75.
Yes, but you've taken most of that back through those assessments of yours.
You want to give up?
No. Hey, maybe we'll form a union.
You'll form a union? You, a worker? Don't you realize in Tyrantland, I form the unions, I run the unions? What do you think this is, a democracy? All right now, eat up.
Oh, hello, Ralph. A hayride? Yeah, I'd love to. Oh! Tonight? Oh, that's wonderful. What time you pick me up?
I wish I could go someplace.
6:30? Oh, why so early? Oh, I see. Well, I can't leave till 8. Well, till 1 minute after 8, actually. Well, see, it's because... Oh, I'll explain it later. Listen, I have to work out a plan to get out of here. I'll call you in a bit. Bye.
Are you going to sneak out and lose the bet for us?
No. But I'm not going to miss that hayride. Figure out a way to sneak out of here and still not lose that bet.
You'll never make it, not with old Snoopy Leader spying on us.
Now, he's got eyes in the back of his head. Wait a minute. The way to keep him from spying on us is to get him away from here. I'll call Ralph. I'll get him to disguise his voice and call Father and make an appointment to meet him downtown and talk about some insurance. He can make the appointment for about 6:30. That way I can leave. Where are you going? You can't leave now.
Well, I got to. We got a game this afternoon. The guys are depending on me to be there.
But you lose the bet for us.
Oh, no, I won't. I'm not giving up. I'm just outwitting our leader.
Oh, you have a point there. I'm trying to do the same thing. Good luck.
Oh.
You going somewhere, 117?
No, I just thought
Good luck.
Oh.
You going somewhere, 117?
No, I just thought I'd come out and get some fresh air.
With baseball equipment?
Huh? Oh, these? Oh, I just, well, Kip said he thought he might want to borrow them, so I said I'd bring them out here.
Well, then we'll just put them down here, and we'll go back in the house. "117 here doesn't seem to realize that the tyrant government goes to a great deal of trouble to work out these schedules, to make your lives happier and better regulated. To give him more time to think this over, we're sending him to the dungeon.
Dungeon?
We're going to lock you in the garage.
But wait,
Come on! Oh, 120. Just how do you propose to sneak out of the house at 6:30 to go to the hayride?
How did you find out about that?
Well, I might have informers right in your own group. Then, of course, we monitor all phone calls on the kitchen extension. Come on, 117.
That's not fair. You have no right to snoop into our private lives.
Private lives? What's that?
boy, I'm glad it's you, Mom. Thanks for letting me out.
I'm not your mom, and I'm not letting you out. I'm just bringing you your dinner, 117.
Wait, this is dinner? Crackers and water?
If you want more, you may have seconds. Oh, and here's your dessert.
A cube of sugar?
Lots of energy in sugar. Have a nice dinner.
Sure that dinner would do it.
No, it didn't. I tell you, Jim, I feel awful the way we're treating them. I think I'm the one who's going to give in.
No, don't do that. I feel as bad as you do. I'd like to have given in hours ago, but I feel this is the most important lesson these kids have ever had to learn. If our young people don't think enough of our way of life to try to preserve it, I shudder to think what's going to happen to America.
Don't you think they've learned it by now?
Evidently not. The worst part of it is we only have an hour and a half to go. I'm afraid I'm going to lose. Come on, let's go in and eat and think of something drastic. Something that'll really bring them around.
Dad to catch me trying to sneak out again.
He won't. They're getting ready to eat their dinner now.
Yeah, you should see what they're having. Thick steak, sweet corn, and strawberry
Oh,
shortcake.
cut it out, Cat. You're killing me.
Now listen, here's the plan. We're all going to escape.
Escape?
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be like giving up?
No, it's like you said, we're outwitting him. And this is what people in oppressed countries actually do. They either revolt or escape. Now look, I'm going to the hayride. Now, Kathy's going to hide over at Patty's, and you hide somewhere, too.
Now,
Where
hurry.
can I hide?
We're not here. He can't work any of his tricks on us. But we'll come back at 8 o'clock after our time is up and collect our money.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. Come on, let's get some ropes.
Don't you know you can't hold a public meeting without asking me first?
Well, all right then. May we have a public meeting?
No. Okay, back in the house. And if anyone leaves the house before 8 o'clock, that will be considered a sign that you can't take it and are giving up.
The wait, you're making up new rules.
Naturally. I'm the one who makes the rules, new or old. Come on, in the house, on the double.
Hey, we've only got 5 minutes to go. We practically won. Oh.
Yes, but I don't get it. He's let us just sit here for the last hour without trying a single trick on us.
He's probably trying to wear us down with psychological warfare, but it's not working. You can't possibly win now.
Oh, here he comes now. He's to play with trump cards, so be on your guard. After all we've gone through the last 24 hours, let's don't throw it away at the last minute.
How are we getting along? Comfortable? Happy? Fine. Ah, what have we here? Cookies for our workers?
Yes. Who'd like a cookie?
Oh, no, Kath. What's in them?
My heavens. You surely don't think we'd poison you?
Well, no. I just want to see you and Dad eat one first.
I'd love to. I don't see why you're so suspicious of such a benevolent government as mine. Delicious.
Nothing's happening to him.
Oh, what time is it? It's 8 o'clock.
Yeah, we did it! 18, boy, right in the old pocket.
Who says it's 8 o'clock? This clock says it's only 7.
You can't do that. You can't turn the clock back. It's against the law.
In Tyrantland, I am the law. I make the rules, give the orders.
Now, wait, that's not fair. It's not honest. You've taken away all our rights, but this is going...
Hold on, 120. You keep using such words as fair, honest, justice, rights. Don't you realize we have no such words in Tyrantland? The only thing that is right is what we decide is right. Any way that we attain our goals is perfectly justified. Do you understand?
Well, I give up.
Hey, no, wait.
No, I mean that. I wouldn't live under such a system for another 5 minutes. If I didn't have to. And thank heaven I don't have to.
Good for you, Betty.
I know we've lost, and we don't even have the money left to buy those bonds.
Oh, don't worry, you'll get that back. And as free Americans, you can use the money any way you please. You don't think even for one moment I'd force you or anyone to buy savings bonds?
Count me in, Father. I'll buy. And I'm also volunteering right now to help you with that bond campaign. I never realized before what a wonderful thing we have here in America. And if there's anything I can do to help keep it that way. Boy, I'm ready.
Count me in on that, Dad. This is the worst 24 hours I've ever spent. I don't want any more like it.
Me neither. Tell me what to do, Daddy. I'm ready, too.
Oh, it's wonderful to hear you talking this way. And if you think you suffered going through this, we suffered twice as much making you do it.
Oh, you can say that again.
But it did the trick. And tomorrow I'll tell them I'm taking the bond job and that I have a fine crew solidly behind me.
Oh, Betty, hurry upstairs and get your things.
Why?
Because Bud is going to drive you to this address to meet the hayride.
The hayride? Where did you arrange
Just
this?
hurry, because Bud has to meet Kippy to go to the movies.
I do. Yeah, boy. Oh, come on. Oh, Angel, you too. Patty wants you to go over for a slumber party tonight. Hot dogs and everything.
Really? Oh, boy! You know what? I sure love America.
Well, so do we. And we love our family, too. Honestly, we want you to go over for a slumber party tonight. Hot dogs and everything.
Really? Oh, boy! You know what? I sure love America.
Well, so do we. And we love our family, too. Honestly, we don't ordinarily treat them as badly as we did tonight.
No, not quite. And we hope that we never have to go to such extremes to get volunteers. We went through this ordeal hoping it will help dispel some of that apathy that constantly threatens our security. And also to remind you of the real values behind savings bonds. Sure, they are fine investments, but they also are shares in our country, helping to keep America strong and helping to stiffen our peace power.
And to drive home the point that our way of life is not only precious, but worthy of our best and greatest efforts. And if that isn't true, then my name isn't Jane Wyatt, and his isn't Robert Young.
You're so right. The benefits of buying United States savings bonds go far beyond personal returns, which in themselves are considerable. They can pave the way to the big things in your life. It goes far beyond that to the paramount purpose of strengthening America's peace power. And that takes lots of bonds, because peace costs money. Say, you're getting pretty handy with these posters.
Well, I'm trying. Because I want to be counted among all those wonderful and intelligent Americans who are pitching in to work for the United States Savings Bonds Program. We must be strong to protect and promote the freedom without which decent human beings cannot live.
You don't often find so many brains with so much beauty.
Oh, never mind the flattery. Just buy those bonds.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is my great pleasure to present Mr. George Meany, President of the American Federation of Labor and Congress of Industrial Organizations.
The American Federation of Labor and Congress of Industrial Organizations has given active, consistent support to the United States Savings Bond Program because we are keenly aware of its vital importance to the nation's defense efforts. We know as well the proven worth of savings bonds to America's wage earners as a means of regular savings for their personal security through the payroll savings plan. So we in the AFL-CIO are happy to have had a part in producing this film. We trust it will serve the useful purpose of reminding all Americans of the everyday freedoms that we enjoy here in the United States of America.